Yo, what's up, guys? Chris here. I kind of promise I'm gonna make a deck. I'm gonna make a video for my last hunter deck that I posted on Harpoon, where I'm gonna explain exactly how you should play this deck and how you should mulligan with it. So a couple of things before I start doing that. I made some replacement into this deck. Given the fact that when I originally made this deck. It was like a couple of days ago, like maybe a week or so, something like that, when I reached legend with it from rank 5. We were facing a lot of Murloc paladins on the ladder right then, and I was actually playing 2 hungry crabs, which were definitely like an insta win against the Murloc paladins. But they are not necessary in this deck anymore, since there's not that many Murloc paladins on the ladder, and they actually switched to the new dude paladin. So I think you shouldn't play the Hungry Crabs anymore. I think, and what I did replace it with was 1 Dire Maul. I removed the one thing, and I actually added the second Unleash the Hounds. Makes the deck way better against the new Paladin deck, and probably Unleash the Hounds is it could be used like a finisher as well, like a defending tool against other aggressive decks, since you have other tools to win the game as well, like the hero power, like Leroy, and stuff like that, and the Spellstone. Obviously, the Spellstone is one of the best things to keep in your mulligan and to play against other aggressive decks. Of course, if you know they're gonna be playing an aggressive deck, an aggro deck. So that being said, I replaced one Wandering Monster with a second Snake Trap. Not facing a lot of G-Druids on the ladder anymore, I think it makes the Snake Trap way better than before. And I think it's actually better than the Wandering Monster, since the Wandering Monster is like a defending, more of a defending tool. Usually your minion that pops out is gonna die most of the times, or it might even be a bad minion. Snake Trap is it's way better, since you're gonna get like 3 1/1s, which are beasts. You can use them to Hound Mastery. You can actually Razor Moth them. You adapt them. You can do a lot of things. So I think they are way better. Just the same in like when you're facing control decks, like, and when you're facing aggro decks. So that's why I added the second Snake Trap. I removed one Spellbreaker for 1 Animal Companion. Animal Companion makes your Snake Trap better, makes your Unleash the Hounds better if you get Leok, and so on, so on. So it actually makes sense, every single replacement that I made. I can actually, you probably are able to see my my new deck here in like the right side, but I'm gonna, just in case, I'm gonna type it down exactly what I removed and what I think you should play right now, like from how the deck was originally posted on Harpoon. So that being said, let's talk a little bit, let's hit a game and talk a little bit about Mulligan. Obviously, if you're gonna face aggressive matchups, you pretty much wanna you pretty much wanna keep a Spellstone in your hand, because it's most than likely gonna win the game. It's really hard for like aggressive decks to keep track with your Spellstone, right? Because it's really strong. Now, when you're facing a Warlock, it's like really simple. Warlock is a bad matchup. Cube Warlock and Control Warlock is definitely a bad matchup. Playing 2 Spellbreakers wasn't gonna help it that much, because like you have 2 options to win the game. You either draw like godlike, and you draw perfectly and you beat them, or they either draw like shit and you beat them. Otherwise, you're not gonna win this matchup, right? So I usually think it's better to consider like a beast line instead of secret line, right? But Catrick is really strong and I want to keep it. But I'm gonna keep the Dire Maul. I'm not gonna look for Secret Keepers or for Spellstone or anything else. I'm gonna keep the Dire Maul. Try to look for like Razor Moth, Dire Mauls, Alley Cat. Obviously, Dire Maul is probably a little bit better than Alley Cat, since Alley Cat is really vulnerable to defile, right? So this is like the only way you can actually beat them. You have to draw really good, or for them to draw really bad.
Don't tell me what to do!
In this case, it seems like this guy is actually playing an aggressive deck. So obviously in that case, I don't want to attack with this because I want to, if he attacks it, I'm just gonna use my Eagle Hornbow to clear that. And then I can clear this guy as well. So yeah, I think that's actually pretty decent. I'm still gonna go with this. Yeah. If I knew this guy was playing like an aggressive deck, I would have definitely tried to go for... finding the Emerald Spellstone, since it's gonna be super hard for him to deal with it, right? I think this is the better lineup. It's obviously, this is super good. Playing one Spellbreaker is obviously good, no matter what you're facing, right? Because he's gonna be good against Paladin, is gonna be good against Mage, is gonna be good against Warlock, and so on, so on. Our next... my next move, I think it should be like Animal Companion with Snake Trap. But since he actually buffed this guy, I might have to go Houndmaster and clear it. And then just go face with this guy. It sucks a little bit, but I don't really want to... Like, I don't really... I could still go for that, right? It makes my... Usually when you're playing Hunter, you want to try to go... you're gonna try to use all the mana possible, because playing on curve, it's what makes the Hunter that good. So consider that thing. I think I'm actually gonna go for Animal Companion and Snake Trap. Only because I want to keep my beast alive. Since we do have the Houndmaster, next turn I can go Houndmaster, Hero Power. Then I still have the Eagle Hornbow. I'm fine with trading with my bow. In this case, oh, that was pretty good. That was actually insanely good. And that was actually insanely good. So same thing. Probably gonna just trade with that. No, I'm not even gonna trade with it. I'm just gonna go straight to the face, right? Because at this point he will have to tap, right? So if he's gonna tap, he's gonna go down to 5 HP. Even if he clears everything, I still have little with my Eagle Hornbow and Hero Power. So that's what I'm like. The main idea of this deck is actually to be able to beat the aggro decks, right? To be able to beat the aggro decks, and at the same time, some of the times you will be able to win the control matchups, like Warlocks pretty much, and Priest. Like, this is the thing. Even when you're going for your Spellstone and stuff, you have to consider every single time you have to consider what it's your opponent most likely to play next turn. Like, did they play a Dustbreaker, for example, if you're facing a Priest? How likely is for him to have a Dustbreaker in his hand, given how many cards he has, or so on, so on. Now we're facing a Paladin, and I'm pretty sure he's pretty much playing like... he's pretty much playing that new Dude Paladin deck, which is quite annoying. If I would have been first and I didn't have the 1-drop, I could have considered keep it tracking just to try to find this lesser Spellstone. In this case, I'm just gonna keep the Alley Cat because it's quite strong for a 1-drop against that deck, that type of get, and I'm gonna keep the Clockwork Huntress because I want to play my secrets for free. Thing is, Catrick is not that good against Palace, right? And in this type of matchups, because they will have those annoying 1-towns, like the Righteous Protector and stuff. So you don't really want to keep Catrick and stuff. You want to go for Explosive, you want to go for Snake Trap, and stuff like that. Leroy is bad in an opening hand, obviously, because you kind of have to start racing them if you draw that. Now, it might be Control. I don't know for sure. I mean, I don't really see him like not having a 1-drop. This is really concerning. especially if it's control. I want to go for Secret Keeper just in case I'm gonna draw a secret next turn. I can coin up the Clock at Huntress. I mean, we already have the Snake Trap, but if we could get another one, it's obviously gonna be super insane. So he's playing control, right? I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna deal with that, because it looks pretty bad, right? I want to go straight to the face. I want to race this matchup as fast as I can. Since I have Leroy in my hand, I want to do as much damage as I can, right? I'm not gonna play the Alley Cat, no matter what's happening, since we're going into... Maybe we're gonna trade with that guy. Since we're going into turn 4 and he might have Consecration, right? So you can Mulligan. The way you Mulligan in this deck, you have a couple of options, right? Oh, this is really good. This is really good. I think I can go for Unleash, because it makes my trades better, and I just go straight to the face. Let me think about this one for a second, or I should go for... Yeah, I think like I'm not gonna get a better board for like playing Unleash, so I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Such easy sport.
This one is definitely going to the face. This one is definitely going to the face. As far as I know, he doesn't have healing in this deck. If I know exactly like the deck is playing, so I think it might not even be bad going straight to the face with these guys. But I'm fine doing this as well. I want to kill my Alley Cat, just in case we're gonna draw Kill Command or something and he clears the entire board, right? He might have another call, which is it's gonna be weird if he gets another Dirty Rat, because it's like a big town and he's gonna play it for free. He might still have Consecration, right? Okay, he goes for Recality.
The light dims.
Okay, that's annoying. That's annoying because... That's annoying, okay. Still pretty weird. But I guess we got this. I can trade with this guy. No, wait. I should do this. This. And... probably trade it like this. And he should be not dead next turn, right? I mean, he's not dead, but if he attacks with the Blood Mage Talnos, he will go down to 1 HP and then he's dead. So, this is pretty much how this deck works. You need early aggression, you need to always calculate your... Oh boy, that was a mistake, buddy. You shouldn't attack. Why are you attacking there? That's pretty bad. Like, that's pretty bad. But yeah, you need early aggression. You need to always keep in mind how much burst damage you have in your hand, and how many turns you need to actually defeat them. I'm sorry I didn't get the Spellstone to show you how it works, but I guess you already know that. Obviously, you're gonna keep your Spellstone in your opening hand, because it's super good unless you're facing like... If you're facing like a Priest, I will still go for a more beastie lineup, right? I will go for like... I will go for Alley Cat, I will go for Dire Maul, I will go for Razormouths, I will go for Animal Companion, Houndmaster, stuff like that, because if you're gonna rely too much on your secrets and the Spellstone, they pretty much always have that Dustbreaker, or they're gonna find one, they're gonna discover one. So yeah, I think it's better to just go for that beastie lineup. Same goes for Warlock, because they have Hellfire and they have cards that can activate that Defile and make it easier for them to clear that board. So you wanna use your hero power as much as you can. You wanna get them down to where you already gonna draw your burst, or you already have your burst in hand to finish them. And keep in mind what they could play next turn, and try to play a little bit around that, or just to keep key cards that can actually deal with that on the next turn. So So, all right. Any other questions you might have? Just post them. Feel free to post them in the comment section or come and visit me on Twitch. I'm trying to stream daily, starting around 6 or 7 p.m. Central European time. So you can catch me up there. You can ask me everything you want. I'm really do love to interact with my chat and talk about decks and talk about game and stuff, because we all love this game since we're playing it. So yeah, give me a visit and we'll talk more there. So I guess this is it, and I don't want to make this video way longer than this because it's gonna be uploaded on YouTube. So I hope you all have good luck with it and happy fun grinding. So see you around. Bye bye. I'm out.